Good evening, everyone. This is the Erin Cruz Show. So we are out today, out and about. I was going to take you on a hike, and then my day changed. So I wanted to do our weekly recap. I have a meeting tonight, so we aren't going to be able to do our 8 o'clock get together. But I want to do it now. So I want to touch on Comey. Comey did a great job of pulling over the hood over America's eyes. People thought, well, gosh, he's such a nice guy. He doesn't know anything. He's the FBI director. He's been in this a long time, going back to Clinton, okay? Whitewater, right? Don't let this man fool you. He's a smart guy. When he said, I don't know, what he was saying is, I can't answer that, or I'm not going to. Or I'm not going to. That's exactly what he was saying. All right, this guy is a chief of intelligence, and when he took those memos, that's big time. It doesn't matter where he took them. He took that information from a meeting with the President of the United States, wrote it down. When he put it to paper, and he handed it off, there are about 3 or 4 different things that went on there. And when he testified that he was going to set it aside for later, save it for later, he knew exactly what he was doing. And there could be tapes. There very well could be tapes on both sides of the street there. So don't let Comey play, oh sweet, I'm retired FBI director, going out to dinner with my wife type deal person fool you. No. This guy helped Hillary get off. Okay? He helped all the way back to Whitewater. He's a little buddy fancy boy with the Clintons on that one. The FBI was all over them. He helped, okay, get them in a position of being all right. Take a look at it. This guy goes deep, and there's a reason why he had the position he had, why Obama put him in there, and there's a reason why Trump let him stay for a little while and then hit the eject button. Okay, what's important is that we take a look at this objectively, and when Trump hit that eject button, and it doesn't matter when that was, if it were January 20th or if it were yesterday, the left is always going to be ready with some sort of rebuttal or way to manipulate things. I mean, bugs! Anyway, they're always going to be ready to manipulate things, okay? They're always going to be ready. They're going to have something up their sleeve. We have at least 17 intelligence organizations, and God only knows how many of them that are off the grid, right? And a lot of money put into making sure that a lot of information is there. So these people are equipped, and they're ready to go. What we have to do is, instead of being reactionary, we need to be actionary. And we need to take action when it's appropriate and keep going. Act, keep going. Act, keep going. And when they react, we just have to respond, keep going, take action, so on and so forth. I think you get the point. But in any case, this memo, what he exposed about Lynch, what happened there, I mean, all of it, it's going to all come out. And I think that we need to not get too hyped about it. We just need to keep going on the other things that we're doing. We saw today that the results were in about the rolling back of Dodd-Frank. That's awesome, you guys, in the House. So it needs to go ahead and go to the Senate, and we'll go from there on that. That will be a big impact. We also need to get these Congress members in line in terms of Obamacare and regulation. And we also, on that line, we need to make sure that they remember that the secretary, a lot of things were delegated to the secretary in that entire bill. So we need to make sure that if they can do things through the secretary and have things rewritten, which is how Obama and the Democrats designed it, okay? They designed it so that way they didn't have to legislate everything. It was a huge piece of legislation, but they delegated most of these things to the secretary. So can the secretary rewrite things? Do we have to necessarily go back and repeal? Can we go ahead and amend and amend and amend? I mean, what can we do in terms of this policy that we currently have to get it so that way our premiums start dropping and everything else? Yes, repeal would be great. Repeal and replace would be good. But, you know, what can we do? We need to do something. And we need to put pressure on Congress. August recess is coming quick. We don't want them to push it to winter recess. Okay, we want to get this done now. We want to get action done now. The quicker we do it, the more we can see things roll out in terms of the policy enforcement and then implementation, and hopefully we'll see premiums start to ease. And you know, because next year we want to get things rolling for next year even. You know, so these things have to happen. We need to make them happen, and the only way we can do that is not be too distracted with Comey. Okay, don't let Comey and all of that busyness take away from what we need to do to get Congress to take and kick their butts into gear. Right? We have to stay focused. And in terms of the refugees and illegals here in the United States, I know a lot of people are really worried about Islam and what happened over in the UK. Yes, that's good. I'm glad that you're concerned and you're getting active and you're engaging. We have tomorrow, we have the anti-Sharia marches, which is phenomenal movement. But just remember that that's just a small piece of the puzzle, and that we have to keep constant pressure on all of these different pieces. Okay? We have to put pressure to make sure that we start doing some more border enforcement, that we get funding there, and the wall, and everything else. So stay focused, patriots. Make sure you keep calling your representatives, calling your senators, getting active locally, and stay positive. And as we start approaching this Father's Day and we're getting together with family and everything else, enjoy your time, but also use the opportunity to communicate. And if there are questions by children or young adults on what's been going on, stay level-headed, stay objective, ask questions, try to understand and communicate and promote the conservative cause and just good old American fashion, you know, old-fashioned values. Do it in love. God bless you, everyone. I hope you have a good weekend. God bless.